All praises to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to all the true sincere brethren around the four corners, pushing out this purified truth, cleansing this wicked defiled kingdom with the word, and Tawada to Yahweh Shai, because without him, none of this would even be possible. 2nd Ezra 9 and 15. I have said before, and now do speak, and will speak it also hereafter, that there be many more of them which perish than of them which shall be saved. So this is telling you right here, everybody on earth is not going to be saved. When you try to pull up John 3 and 16 and say Jesus came for everybody in the world, well then that would make this verse right here a lie. Because many more people are going to die when you compare it to them who are going to be delivered. I have said before, and now do speak, and will speak it also hereafter, that there be many more of them which perish than of them which shall be saved. So everybody is not the elect. The elect are hardly going to make it up out of here. But you still have people who feel like in their mind, oh God, he already saved me, I'm good. God knows my heart. Just yesterday at work, I bought this guy, my good old buddy, a Snicker bar. And then the day before, I remember one guy was thirsty, so I bought him a soda. God knows my heart. Maybe I can, buy my way into heaven. Maybe if I give charity to some organization that, fights for cancer patients, hey, maybe the God will save me. Hey, matter of fact, I'm already saved because I'm doing good. God knows me. Nah, we don't know who's going to be saved. And it's even scary to think that although we don't know who's going to be saved, many more are going to die in comparison to them which are saved. Now, this scripture is so heavy, and it's showing everybody's not going to be saved, but let me pull out another precept to go further into that. And I'll jump back. 1 Peter 4 and 18. And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? So if the righteous scarcely be saved, or if the elect barely make it out of here, they have to catch hell, they have to labor, they have to study, they have to go hit the highways and byways and push the word, and they still will barely make it, which means there's going to be men on earth who are a part of the elect, whose feet are still going to be on this soil when the missiles hit, but right before they get consumed and incinerated, they're going to get beamed up out of here. Okay? We have to work our asses off. This isn't no easy path, but yet you have people in the world who just feel like, God knows my heart, I'm saved. God knows I'm a good man. I'll read this again. And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? So if the elect are barely going to make it up out of here, they are going to be delivered, okay? But for a lot of the, men in this truth, we're going to make it by the skin of our teeth, okay? And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? Which means y'all aren't going to make it, all right? Y'all are not going to appear in them chariots. You are not going to be delivered up out of here. You are going to be caught up in many judgments. And some of you, judgments as extreme as them thermonuclear missiles. Tongue twister. All right, so let's jump back to 2nd Ezra 9 and 15. I have said before, and now do speak, and will speak it also hereafter, that there be many more of them which perish than of them which shall be saved. So let's jump down for the sake of time. Start at 18. And now when I prepared the world, which was not yet made, even for them to dwell in that now live, no man spake against me. For then everyone obeyed. But now the manners of them which are created in this world that is made are corrupted by a perpetual seed. And that law, matter of fact, let me stop here. It says, and by a perpetual seed. Corrupted by a perpetual seed. Who's that perpetual seed? Esau. Okay? Matter of fact, let's go a little further. And by a law which is unsearchable, rid themselves. So I considered the world, and behold, there was peril because of the devices that were come into it. So when you go into that word peril, it pretty much means uncertain danger, or dangerous. Okay? On this earth right now, we are in some dangerous times. Death lurks everywhere. You can get in your car and not make it to see the next day because of a car wreck. A drive-by shooting, somebody hit by a stray bullet. You can trip and fall, break your neck, die. You can get caught up in false doctrines, which would ultimately lead to you getting put to death by the Lord. Hey, we're in some very dangerous times, man. Okay? There was peril because of the devices that were come into it. So that reminds me of something else. Psalms 10:2. The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. So the wicked in his pride being Esau, okay, Esau in their pride, these Edomites, they like to persecute the poor. They think they're better. All right? Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. Now Esau has set up many devices to fight against us Israelites. The prison system, which is a multi-billion-dollar business, thriving, successful, okay, off of Israelite men alone. Let them be taken in the devices, which the devices can be any wicked, crafty thing Esau came up with, whether it be cell phones. Because with these cell phones, as good as they may be convenient. You have cameras on your cell phones, cameras on your computers. You have cameras when you walk into gas stations, cameras on street lights. You have cameras everywhere, which is also going into the pyramid, the all-seeing eye. Esau wants to be as Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai and be able to see everything. But all of these things that Esau created ultimately are going to be used against Esau. Esau is really going to bring himself down. But Esau's so prideful, although he persecutes Israel, primarily, he is going to be taken in his own devices. Okay? Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. So let's go back. Second Ezra 9:20. So I considered the world, and behold, there was peril because of the devices that were come into it. And the devices that came into this world, primarily when you look at this time we're in now, because this is a book of prophecy, it is pretty much crafted by the devices of Esau. All right? And I saw and spared it greatly, and have kept me a grape of the cluster. So imagine having a cluster of grapes, but out of all the grapes that are in this cluster, only one you spared, okay? And a plant of a great people. Second Ezra 9:22. Let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain. So the majority of this world were born in vain. They really don't fulfill any purpose. They're just here. They're just here to play out their judgment, and boom, that's it. And let my grape be kept and my plant, For with great labor have I made it perfect. So this is showing you that from the very beginning, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai already set aside an elect who he was going to deliver, who he was going to save up out of the destruction to come. Okay? It's right there in the scriptures. But you have those saying God loves everybody. We should be teaching more about the love of God. We do teach about the love of God. It's just you people think the love of God is you can get over on him. You can abuse his word. You don't have to follow him right away. You can do what you want to do. But you know, the thing of this world, they like to create their own righteousness. Okay? Exodus 34 and 7. Keeping mercy for thousands, forgiving iniquity and transgression and sin, and that will by no means clear the guilty, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children and upon the children's children unto the third and to the fourth generation. So this is showing you have an elect who are going to receive mercy, but you also have those which are the majority who were created in vain. They are going to be punished for their transgression. Sin upon sin upon sin upon sin. Just a long tab of wickedness. Okay? That's why we hope to be the elect. Because if you're not the elect, just to put it straight, hey man, you're fucking done. Alright? Your cooked food, not just, perfectly cooked, but you're going to be toasted and roasted. Exodus 34 and 7, keeping mercy for thousands, which is also going into the 144,000 and the rest of the elect, forgiving iniquity and transgression and sin, and that will by no means clear the guilty. So the guilty, hey, that's Esau. The guilty is the rest of you heathens. The guilty is you 2/3. There are people in this world who are literally not going to receive mercy. Okay? Which typically we're all guilty. But the elect is considered that grape of the cluster. Okay? And that will by no means clear the guilty, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children and upon the children's children, which goes into reincarnation. The things you go through in this life that you may be chastised for, it may not always be for what you've done in this life. It can go into what you did in your past life. Okay? Unto the third and to the fourth generation. Alright, so I'll close out after this. This is Romans 11 and 5. Even so then at this present time also there is a remnant according to the election of grace. So in order for you to receive grace, you have to be the elect. You have to be that grape of the cluster, because the majority of this world is going to die. So when you listen to your pork chop eating pastors, when you listen to a false prophet, when you listen to those who lead you astray according to what feels good, their motivational speeches, you have to be very careful, because the majority of this world are going to die. And that's just the truth. And these are not my words. It's just the Lord is using me along with other men to push his word. That's all. Romans 11 and 5. Even so then at this present time, so even right now, at this very moment, because this is a Bible, the book of the law, a book of prophecy. So it was more so written for our time now, because this is that generation. The prophets are back and Esau know it. He knows it. And that's why the time is coming where they are going to come down really hard on Israel, man, with extreme force. Okay? Even so, then at this present time also there is a remnant according to the election of grace. So if you're the remnant, if you're the elect, if you're that grape out of all the cluster that was created from the very beginning to be delivered, to be saved, you were elected, being the elect, to receive grace. Okay, let's go to 6. Jump to 6. And if by grace, then it is no more of works. Otherwise, grace is no more grace. So although the elect are doing the work, it's not about our works. Okay, it's about the grace that was given to us from Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. And if by grace, then it is no more of works. Otherwise, grace is no more grace. But if it be of works, then it is no more grace. Otherwise, work is no more work. So if we were being delivered because of our work alone, it wouldn't be because of grace. Because we aren't even worthy. We aren't even doing enough. Okay? So it's a good thing that we, being in this truth, are partakers of those who may receive grace. Okay? So I'll probably close this lesson out here and, head my enslaved, weak Jew ass off into slavery. So all praises to Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to all the true sincere brethren around the four corners, pushing out this purified truth, cleansing this wicked defiled kingdom with the word, and the water to Yahweh Shai, because without him none of this would even be possible. Shalom.